Welcome to Leading Out Loud with Dr. Chantell Manahan, the podcast where we amplify authentic voices, bold ideas, and real impact in education. I'm a K-12 CTO, education consultant, and proud forever learner. And I believe leadership gets better when we share what works, what's hard, and what's possible. So let's dive into stories and strategies from the leaders shaping the future of schools, one conversation at a time. All right, now that we're officially rolling, welcome to episode 0. I'm so glad you're here with me at the beginning. But before we dive into interviews and idea-packed episodes, I want to take a moment to tell you about how this podcast came to be, why it matters, and why Leading Out Loud is more than a name. It's a belief. You see, my journey into education started in a rural high school classroom, teaching French. If you're imagining baguettes and berets, let me pause you right there. I taught in a small town where most students had never met a native French speaker, let alone traveled abroad. That could have been a barrier, but it became a catalyst. Technology gave me a way to bring the French-speaking world to my students. Through Skype calls with classrooms in Quebec, virtual tours of the Louvre, and music videos that made grammar feel cool, I saw firsthand how tech could transform access. I didn't think of myself as a techie at the time. I just knew this. Technology wasn't about tools, it was about connection. And that belief never left me. Now, I'll be real with you. I didn't set out to become a district CTO. My first master's degree was in secondary education, and I truly believed I would spend my whole career in the classroom. I loved the daily magic of teaching, but in my first 4 years, I had 3 principals and 2 different superintendents. That kind of leadership turnover shakes a building, and I felt it. My colleagues felt it, and I kept thinking, teachers deserve better. So I went back to school again. I earned a building level leadership license, then a superintendent license, and eventually a doctorate. Every degree was a step closer to being the kind of leader I once needed. The kind who listens, who builds capacity, who makes things work without making people feel small. One moment in my leadership journey really drove home the importance of leading out loud. I had just wrapped up a community presentation. It wasn't anything flashy, just walking through our district's tech plan and how it supported instruction. I talked about our decision-making process, where we missed the mark, and where we were still learning. Later that week, I got an email from a teacher. All it said was, "Thank you." For the first time, I feel like someone in leadership is telling the truth, and like we're a part of the same team. That message stuck with me, because we can have the best spreadsheets and the smartest policies, but if people don't feel seen, we're not really leading. That email reminded me, our visibility isn't about ego, it's about trust. And when we choose to lead out loud, we invite others to show up too. And that moment is what Leading Out Loud is built on. In education, we're surrounded by brilliant people doing hard, heart-filled work, but they're too often unheard or under-celebrated. This podcast is about changing that. Here, I'm shining the mic on the real voices of education: superintendents, instructional leaders, IT directors, classroom change makers, nonprofit partners, edtech builders, the people shaping the future of learning, one decision, one risk, one relationship at a time. And we'll do it with honesty, hope, and a healthy sense of humor, because I believe learning should always come with a little joy, or a lot. So, what can you expect from Leading Out Loud? I'll have interview episodes with voices you should know, and some you will after this. I'll also have solo episodes with strategies, stories, and straight-up truths from the field. And in each episode, a laugh and learn moment, because we all need a little levity with our leadership. So whether you're tuning in during your commute, your planning period, or while walking your dog, you'll leave each episode with something practical, something human, and something to smile about. So here's your first laugh and learn to kick things off. Starting something new is always messy, but that's where the magic happens. This podcast, messy start. Your next initiative, probably messy too. But if we wait for perfect, we miss the power of possible. So give yourself permission to begin, loudly, imperfectly, and with heart. Thanks for joining me on Leading Out Loud. If today's conversation sparked an idea, made you smile, or reminded you that your voice matters, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, share, or leave a quick review. And remember, your leadership deserves the mic, your story deserves the spotlight, and learning should always come with a little laughter. Catch you next time.